Dude. I can't believe lyrics got totally by this guy. That is fucking insane, dude. I can't believe I said, oh, maybe we're on this guy's side. He had DMs that he didn't even check from the guy. Oh my god. It's his record label. He's got no hand in it. What the f is he supposed to do? I'm gonna try and draw a line under my personal views about Liam Donovan, aka Loam, aka Lyrics. Made my thoughts clear about how he's handled some stuff in the past. Let's draw a line under it. And let's approach this with a fresh set of eyes, okay? I know nothing about this. I'm coming to this completely blind. And from what I can understand, based on the titles, it seems like Liam Donovan, aka Loam, the artist formerly known as Lyrics, it looks like he's got himself embroiled in some sort of copyright drama. 2 parts to a copyright drama involving Liam Donovan.
Sorry for the more serious.
So here's part 1. Okay. Bro, he is actually, like, flying now. He's really taken off with his YouTube career. Look at this. 94,000 views. 147,000 subscribers.
Serious tone this video, but I think it's pretty warranted, and I have a rough script of what I want to talk about briefly. So if you see me, my eyes go in certain places, that's why. There's a lot to talk about. Ever since the beginning of this channel that I created to talk about music and my own personal thoughts, 95% of the videos have been copyright claims, which basically just means they make no money. Despite all of them, of course, completely falling under fair use policies, and if I had the means to take any of these to court, I would win very easily, as several other YouTubers have within the space, like Rick Beato. But to be honest,
I mean, the issue realistically with this is I just don't think that sorry, what am I trying to say here? I just think that, yeah, probably is. It probably is fair use, right? If you're just listening to snippets of the music and talking about it. The issue is you are just up against it, and it just, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, what hope have you got? I guess he's kind of accepting that if I had the money, etc. But, like, it's just impossible, isn't it? Because the way the Content ID works is if you use 10 to 15 seconds of audio, visual, whatever it is, they basically just take your money away. They make it copyright breach or whatever, your Content ID claimed. So it's very difficult to play an adequate amount of music to allow the audience to hear what you want to talk about and still stay within copyright. So it is just kind of hopeless. But in any case. You should view the Turkey Tom and Lyrics drama. Dude, I don't care about that. I spoke about it on stream. I even asked Tom about it ages ago when he came on stream. Maybe that's why he doesn't talk to me anymore. Because what was it? I fucking snaked him. But, I mean, yeah, I don't really care about that. That's fucking ancient.
I kind of accepted this, and this part, even though it's important, isn't really my main gripe, because music YouTubers in general have kind of just had to accept that if you play as little as like to 10 to 15 seconds of a song in your video, you just won't make any money at all. It doesn't matter if it's a simple 8-minute reaction video or a 2-hour full-length documentary. If you play like 10 seconds of just any song, the record label will take everything. And yeah, of course, that's complete bullshit, and that's a really disappointing thing, which is just normalized when it comes to making music-related content on YouTube, which can be very uninspiring for a lot of people, but I'll touch more on that specific aspect later, because more importantly, and the main subject of this video is, in all my time dealing with copyright claims from every biggest major label, I've never run into a situation like this. YouTuber CG5 with 8 million subscribers, 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify, who makes songs about the Dream SMP and Among Us. Well, he did not like the fact that I played 3 seconds of his song about Tommy Innit in my most recent video.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to side with Liam. I'm afraid to say, for any Liam haters out there, this seems pretty egregious. No. Okay. And if you've watched the video and you know something I don't, fair enough. But this just seems like he has been wronged here. Well, let's listen out, I guess. But I'm like, okay, 3 seconds seems pretty limited.
Which was 15 minutes in total. So he filed a manual copyright claim to take the hundreds of dollars worth of that video because of the 3-second clip. Claim to take the hundreds of
Copyrighted content has been detected in your video. My viewership of the worst Spotify playlist. Okay. This doesn't look like a manual claim. This looks like his music is in YouTube system. This is the standard message that you get when it's automatically detected, not when it's manually applied. God, Chud yawning. I'm just tired. I'm just tired today. I'm just tired, guys. I'm tired. So I don't think this is manual. But in any case, let's continue on.
Dollars worth of that video because of the 3-second clip. So I see this pop up on my phone after the video already got uploaded like hours ago. And you can imagine my surprise that even when I play...
This just looks like a normal claim. Although the wording looked to maybe a bit different. Also, my understanding is you need to be in YouTube's content system in order for this to apply. So I don't understand how you can do a manual content ID claim. You're either in and your catalog is in YouTube system to check, or you're not. And you can't individually select, you know. Are you going to cover Russell Brand versus Fuentes? Maybe. You can't individually select, like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to content claim this song. Your back catalog is in there, and that's the point. It automatically gets detected. Yeah, okay. No, this is this. No. This is the standard message. Yeah. Copyright content has been detected in your video. The visibility video is not impacted, but you no longer monetize it. Yeah, okay. No, this is standard content ID stuff, I think. I don't think he's manually done it. Anyway.
Of dollars worth of that video because of the 3-second clip. So I see this pop up on my phone after the video already got uploaded like hours.
You can most definitely select where your ID is matched if you want to take action or not. I don't think that's true. I think it's I'm 99% sure it's totally automated. Who is Ned Fulmer? Dude, put it in my Discord. I don't know who that is. I'll look at it if it's interesting, maybe. Dude, I don't fucking know. Are you going to cover this, Chud? Are you going to cover that, Chud? I don't fucking know who Ned Fulmer is. Why should I care about him coming back to YouTube, bro? Who is that? Put it in my Discord and maybe I'll take a look at it. Bro, you guys are so annoying. I got no fucking clue what you're on about. Anyway. Yeah, this seems like standard content ID stuff. I don't think you can select manually what happens with it. You can select...
Okay, that's wonderful. But
whether or not you claim it or not, but the process is automatic.
Rome is seething watching the commentary coverage, but no, he can't interact with any of it cause they will tear him apart. Also, his point here is tarded.
Thank you for the super chat, thank you. Hey Chud, are you going to cover the fact that I shit my pants 5 years ago? Very based. No, so how it works, I'm 99% sure. You go into the content ID system. You get to select whether it claims it, whether it does nothing, whether it tracks it, and then that's it. The process from there, I believe, is automated. So I don't believe or think that you can individually select, like, I want to take action on this one. I'm fairly certain it is all automated. So it just feels like Liam has got the wrong end of the stick here, I think. But let's listen on.
Hours ago. And you can imagine my surprise that even when I play Taylor Swift songs, Sabrina Carpenter songs, any big pop stars songs for just 3 seconds, that's usually the golden zone that won't get my video claimed. But for some reason, this one YouTuber who makes songs about Dream is the only one who isn't fine with this. A fellow YouTuber thought he was entitled to my entire revenue for that video because of those 3 seconds. But that's not...
Yeah, I mean, I thought Content ID was automatically 10 seconds. But I don't know if you can change the parameters of it and have it so it's on a tighter leash, essentially. I mean, I don't think he's personally, individually targeting you. I'd need to see some evidence of that because it looks like a normal claim. And also, does he personally know who you are, or is it just he's a bit stingy with content ID and he just, do you know what I mean? It's like you just don't know enough about this.
It's not even the weirdest part. So at this point, I'm very frustrated, but I bite the bullets. YouTube gives you a few options at this point on what to do when you get a copyright claim, which is A, edit out the entire segment with YouTube's editor, B, just mute the audio for the copyrighted segment, or submit an official legal dispute. Now, of course, since, I don't have the means to take people to courts, in the moment, I just settled on just muting the audio and putting a pinned comment explaining why and what happened in that video. So I click that option and wait 20 minutes to then see again that the copyright claim.
So, okay, I think Liam is again misunderstanding the process here. So if you get a content ID claim on your channel, you can file a dispute and you're disputing the content ID claim. There's no copyright at play yet, okay? And you can dispute the claim and they can then either accept the claim and then they release it and your video's like normal, or alternatively, they can kick it back and say, no, this is legitimate and we're not going to remove the claim and it's going to remain on the channel. And I'm a bit hazy on the process beyond that. But I think that past that, you then would instigate and start the more official copyright process. But I don't know what that exactly looks like. But I do know you can file a dispute and they either have to look at it in 30 days. After 30 days, it automatically gets removed if they don't respond to it. Or they either respond to it and say, no, the claim is valid and it stays on, or they take it off. So you're not actually entering an official legal process at that point. So you can easily file a dispute. And yeah, you can file a dispute and normally it gets removed because the people don't do it personally to slight you. And particularly if it's like quite limited in terms of what's used, they're probably not going to care and release it, I would presume. So it's a mistake to not use the dispute button, but whatever.
Is still there, which this was super weird to me because I've had to mute audio before, several different videos, and it always just resolved itself after that, but not this time. Something else was going on. So I just tried to click the same option again, wait 10 minutes, and it's still there. It would not go away. I'm not joking. This copyright claim would not leave. So at this point, I'm just pissed that another YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber, would be this crazy aggressive, even more than greedy labels, that I just want this to be over with. So I just click the option to cut out.
Of Content ID, the tool gives copyright owners a way to manually claim videos not matched by content. Oh, does it? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That could be it. So it could be that it's in the system. It could be that it's 10 seconds is the automatic process to capture it. And if there's stuff that you notice that's beneath that, at that point, perhaps you can then manually suggest it. I don't know. Dude, I need to see all the shit about this. I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I need to see more about it.
Both the audio and visuals, which would be very confusing for the viewer, but at this point, I'm just like wanting to get this over with. But the same problem keeps happening. Even though at this point, if you watch the video, CG5's song literally isn't even there anymore. The entire clip is cut out. His copyright claim would still not go away. So at this point, it's just stealing money for nothing. And at the same time, I noticed that I've hit the cut out audio and visuals button so many times, I ended up cutting out like 2 whole minutes of the video in attempts to resolve this. So at this point, the video is just completely incomprehensible and I need to take it down and re-upload it the next day because it doesn't even make sense anymore. But the one consistent thing is that the copyright claim still remains. Somehow, even up until the next morning. So my
Dude, Stylo, I think you really just hate this guy, don't you? How is he a leech? Dude, he is doing transformative content, I believe, if you're just listening to small portions of a track. Why are you so mad at him for, like, doing that? It's totally reasonable to be, like, a music reviewer. Like, dude, why? I don't get it, dude. I said I'm trying to set my own views aside of some of the past shit just to talk about this with fresh eyes. I don't know what. Don't tell me! Tell me what I don't know! What have I got wrong?
last option at this point, out of just like pure frustration, is just to pick the third option YouTube gives me and to file an official legal dispute about this. And I do that because now I'm adamant.
Dude,
File an official legal
dispute the claim. Your channel won't receive a strike if the dispute gets rejected. I mean, it's making it pretty clear there that this is quite a low impact way of engaging with this. But
dispute about this, and I do that because now I'm adamant and like invested in this that this guy isn't just going to get free money from work.
I said it like 4 times that him calling the label greedy is the problem. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I had this ages ago when I spoke about this, about stuff getting claimed. Like, what's his name? The black guy. I Show Speed and people like that. Because people get bothered and upset about the fact that I Show Speed and whatnot will do these claims on various different videos that have got sometimes got quite small portions of their content in the video. But from their perspective, they're trying to contend with about 1 billion different channels fucking clipping them. And so it's like, yes, it can seem like a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. But from their perspective, they're thinking, well, there's 20 channels that are all clipping my shit and making money off of my content without permission. So they have to take a strong stance on it. And normally if you dispute it, it gets resolved. And whilst I agree, it's really fucking annoying when this happens, when it's a record label, movie studio, and it sucks. Well, they have to take the perspective that we're just going to squash everything because we don't want to take the risk of our shit getting fucking nabbed. And then obviously that's why the dispute process exists. And the reality is, Content ID is just flatly better than the alternative. The alternative is you just get sued by you get copyright strikes left, right, and center from movie studios and music artists over this. So, although it's frustrating to deal with, it is the best realistic alternative to, you know, this kind of like, you know, dynamic where you're going to have constant copyright strikes coming your way because movie studios and music studios are firing them at you, you know?
Work that I put into editing this video through a bullshit scamming system. And now I just wait for 30 days to see if he responds, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I do know, however, that in many cases, YouTubers have copyright teams or management who sometimes do this without the creator's direct knowledge.
Okay.
And although that could be the case, it's just his management or something. Given all the details of this specific case, I don't think it's likely. First, YouTube told me that it was a manual copyright claim, not an automatic one. Secondly, this guy asks his fans to make edits of his songs, so he clearly likes to involve his fan base into engaging and using his music. So he's
okay. Look, he looks, dude. He does look a bit weird. What's up with this guy's face, dude? His face is literally just an entire face with no other defining features.
This specific case, I don't think it's likely. First, YouTube told me that it was a manual copyright claim, not an automatic one. Secondly, this guy asks his fans to make edits of his songs, so he clearly likes to involve his fan base into engaging and using his music. So he seems to be fine with that and people using his music, unless, which leads into the third point, it was because I wasn't praising his song. I wasn't saying how good and nice it was. Now, I don't think I would say...
Yeah, sure. I think if it was indeed manual as he's claiming, yeah. I reckon he probably did it because he doesn't like your fucking commentary. I don't know. I'm actually on Lyric's side now because the other guy is ugly. Okay, dude.
I was mean by any stretch, but like, come on, man. Like at a certain point, if you make a song about Dream and Tommy Innit while referencing, what was it, PogChamp? Referencing PogChamp in your lyrics, I have to point out, I'm gonna point out that and have a little bit of a laugh. I mean, come on, you're saying PogChamp in your song. At that point, you just kind of gotta accept that some people are gonna laugh at it and say it's a little bit goofy. That should nowhere near offend someone so hard that they abuse the copyright system because they didn't like that I wasn't 100% praising their genius PogChamp work. So this...
Yeah, also, yeah. Stylo is correct. Stylo is correct. How he interacts with edits on TikTok doesn't speak at all to how his label handles copyright on YouTube. Yes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It all seems a little bit more intentional. It could just all be a misunderstanding, which I'm open to, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really think so or believe that to be the case at all. Yeah, if I had to put odds on it, it's really like 95% to 5%. What are the odds that I run into this kind of issue specifically and only with a YouTuber, this niche YouTuber, when I never run into this issue with any other the biggest major labels in the world, from Taylor Swift songs, Sabrina Carpenter songs, you know, all the Billboard songs. I never run into this issue with playing 3 seconds of their song, but only with this niche YouTuber. That just makes completely no sense to me. And you know, as I was talking about at the beginning of this video too, it already is bullshit that major labels are able to do this in the first place, even though if you have a completely transformative video that's like 20 minutes like my videos, but
I don't want to like be a big corpo defender, and I agree it's really fucking annoying and gay that it happens, but I just don't know what the alternative is. Because without this content ID system in place, and this is what we had before, you know, the unfortunate reality is that you just have this problem where they're worried people are going to abuse it and stuff, and like use, like for example, right? For example, people are just going to play music to entertain their stream. And obviously, if you haven't got a license to do that, the music people are going to take issue with that, you know? I'm not trying to defend every corpo. I'm just saying that it seems silly to act like this is completely unreasonable when the reason we have the status quo that we do is in response to the essentially Wild West that we had previously. Roblox, YouTube, the British government. Okay, dude.
I just play like 10 seconds of a song. The fact that even that isn't allowed to make any money is already completely like
Is this the guy? I mean, are we sure he's not signed to a major label? I mean, this is just...
I swear to you, if my new Minecraft song gets 50,000 likes, I will make a cover of Lava Chicken. Chicken Jackie. Woo. La 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 la. Chicken. Seems Lava Chicken gets tasty as hell. Ooh, Mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack. You're welcome.
Dude, I can't believe Lyric's got totally fucking raped by this guy. That is fucking insane, dude. Okay, what's his name? CG5. Oh, CG5, record label. I think he's assuming he's like niche or something. He's got like loads of followers and loads of views. Virgin Music Group, it's telling me here. Right? Is that... Dude, I don't fucking know if that's right or not. It's just a random thing. That's not confirmed. I searched it and it popped up with a link to Virgin Music Group.
Fair, a system that shouldn't be normalized, which I know YouTuber Rick Beato literally has to like hire a lawyer, a full-time salary just to deal with all of his copyright claims so he can win all of his cases, which he does win his cases, but unfortunately I don't have the Rick Beato money, okay? we're not balling that hard on this on this channel. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy when it gets taken to the next step where a fellow YouTuber even does this out of seemingly just spite that I wasn't like 100% praising their PogChamp song. But yeah, that was a quick video I wanted to make and fully explain this. We'll see where it goes. Don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I needed to talk about this, man. And it's also an explanation on why last video was a re-upload, because I had to take that video down completely and re-upload a whole new one, which of course destroys it in the algorithm because, you know, 50,000 people already saw the first video.
Okay, guys.
And they're going to click on the re-upload confused, and then once they notice, oh, I've already watched this, they're going to click off, which messes up the watch time. So basically just kills in the algorithm, which is another unfortunate thing. So it's like, damn, and all of it is coming from the biggest bullshit in the world from this guy, like completely messing with my stuff. Kind of unfortunate stuff there, but you know, wanted to talk about it. Thanks for everybody continuing to support. Normal content will be back. Sorry for the, the brief, days off, but I appreciate everybody watching and continuing to support this channel a bunch. It's been super fun growing this channel and having a good time. But yeah,
dude.
right, thank you very much.
Okay, did I miss something? Dude, I am just tired today, guys. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, wow. Dude. Wow, it's right there in the video, bro. It's right there in the video. Right. So it seems like this is a label that owns the distribution rights to this, and that's why they're claiming it. So unless, yeah, this seems like a record label thing, no? ChudLogic, when learning about distribution rights, I sleep. Grok said. ChudLogic, when watching a man get assassinated 12 times in the same day. Guys, I'm just trying to make the most of this, okay? Okay, let's see what else we got.
So a few weeks ago, I put out a video talking about the worst copyright issue I've ever had to deal with in my life.
So this is from the 15th of September. Okay.
Before, okay? Where it seemed like this guy was intentionally fucking with my channel at this point and trying to get hundreds of dollars for free from my channel for no good reason at all, for using 3 seconds of his song in one of my videos. And funny enough, it's not like this came from any major label, coming from like the biggest artist in the world on the Billboard. It wasn't like Sabrina Carpenter's label, Taylor Swift's or anything. No, the hilarious irony in all of this is that it came from a fellow YouTuber. A fellow YouTuber turned music.
Okay. I mean, dude, I've been fucking... Dude, if I was a fellow YouTuber and he still tried to fucking molest me with DMCA shit. Like, dude, I just feel like... And also, it says that Virgin own the rights to the music. I missed it as well, so I won't judge you too harshly. But surely that would, like... amend how you talk about this, because this seems like a Virgin have done this rather than the guy himself.
Artist, I guess, in his own right, who goes by the name of CG5, who, as I've already talked about before, he makes dream videos, dream SMP songs, and like Among Us songs. The best way to introduce you to his music is just playing you, some of his genius work. But unfortunately, I can't. I have to put a blacklist on all of his songs because on one of my videos that I played like 20 different songs on, I used his song for 3 seconds. And because of that, he thought he was entitled to all of the revenue from that video entirely.
I mean, I know that I missed this, so maybe it's a bit harsh, but like, it does say quite clearly, claimed by Virgin Music Group. Would that not automatically make you think that, maybe it's not him directly doing this? No? I mean, okay.
But if it was just that detail, I wouldn't have went on and made the video. It was because even when I cut out the copyright claim and that I didn't even feature, I bit the bullet and I didn't even feature his song in my video anymore. I cut out the 3 seconds and just muted the audio. The copyright claim would not go away. It still was there, which made it seem like he was just intentionally fucking with me at this point. So it was all these things combined.
Yeah, it just seems like a mistake as well to attribute this to his own personal malice against you rather than just label fuckery. Becomes music YouTuber, gets copyright claimed, cries about it. Yeah, no shit, bro. I mean, yeah, there is an element of that, right? This just seems like a totally futile and stupid complaint when it's like, yeah, all music YouTubers have to deal with this.
Which made me make this video speaking out about...
Okay, I was wrong as well about siding with Liam. I take the L, guys. I take the L. I didn't hear all the information. But more information, including reading the screenshot properly. I now am on board. This is stupid. This is retarded. It's only 2 videos, to be fair. It's only 2 videos. And this does fall into the common issue that has plagued YouTube, where people make content about a fucking claim, which is the most basic process of YouTube, and they make out like it's some crazy thing that's happened.
This and overall just like the bullshit fair use system on YouTube and with record labels taking advantage of this in the first place, because multiple YouTubers have been speaking out about this. Rick Beato, Fantano, David Bennett, just to name a few. But it seems like CG5 did get back to me and he responded to me in my Instagram DMs, which I actually didn't see. I actually unfortunately missed for a few weeks because I don't really check my Instagram.
Oh my god, dude. So he did, no, dude. So he made a video. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I said, oh, maybe we're on this guy's side. He had DMs that he didn't even check from the guy. Oh my god, dude.
DMs, since they just get flooded up with, the worst things imaginable from you people. So because they were filled with this, I didn't see this for a couple weeks, but he actually did reach out and he did release the copyright claim on.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. So if you'd have just disputed it, it would have been insulted. Oh my god. I've already seen the meme. I got the gist of it. Why do I need to go back,
Of
dude?
this in the first place because
No, Chud, cover it in this exact way that I want you to. Please call out Liam for having a bunch of deranged freak fans that make crazy memes about him.
multiple YouTubers have been speaking out about this. Rick Beato, Fantano, David Bennett, just to name a few. But it seems like CG5 did get back to me and he responded to me in my Instagram DMs, which I actually check my Instagram people. So because they were filled with this,
There we go. Okay.
it up with, the worst things.
There we go. Twink tummy. What the fuck is this? I mean, this doesn't really seem that crazy. Named after a band member award. Can't say retard award. I love music, but I would never, ever, ever, never, never listen to anything under 1 million listeners. I fear this is you. Dude, I've spoken about his deranged fans before. Yeah, he's got a bunch of fucking weirdo freak fans that make crazy edits and shit about him. Yeah. Yep. Oh, dude, you guys really annoy me. I don't know what my problem is today. I'm just getting excessively annoyed. I apologize profusely, particularly to Stylo, okay? I'm apologizing officially for this one thing alone to Stylo, okay? I'm going to chill out a little bit, okay? Dude? I'll take a quick break after this and pop an energy drink and get locked in again.
Imaginable from you people. So because they were filled with this, I didn't see this for a couple weeks, but he actually did reach out and he did release the copyright claim on my video. Even though I did have to unlist that video, and when I had to re-upload it, it completely fucked in the algorithm. So it still kind of did mess with me for no good reason. What I did appreciate and like to see though is that I did get an email and he did release the copyright claim. Whether that be out of a mistake or like social pressure, it seems like he did come forward with.
Bro, in the original video, you were claiming that he individually targeted you with no evidence to back that up. Dude. He's clearly shed the learnings of all the commentary shit, hasn't he? Making unsubstantiated claims about someone personally targeting you. Dude. And then he fucking released a video anyway.
That, which I did appreciate, and also sent me a message in Instagram DMs that I want to read out. So CG5 Beats right here said, "Hey Liam, I don't know if you're active here, but I was just made aware of your video today and I wanted to apologize directly." Little did he know. I'm sorry for the late reply, okay? Apologies there, I do have to own that. But he says, "I had no idea the copyright takedown happened until I saw the video, as the decision was not personally made by me, but by YouTube's automated claim system through my record label, Virgin Music."
Wow. Almost like that's exactly what you could have figured out, and I'll take this lesson to heart too. If you'd have actually read it and seen that it said Virgin Music on the fucking claim. Oh my god, dude. Liam's a fucking moron, isn't he? Bro, I did... Oh.
So okay. Okay, first of all, this guy's a record label called Virgin Music, okay? Okay. But to be fair, I guess he's saying he had nothing to do with it. He isn't paying attention to it. He's signed to this record label, and it seems like they already have this system involved that they...
Bro, I get this Virgin, ha ha ha, but like Virgin Music is like a massive fucking like deal in the music industry. It just seems kind of crazy that you're not going to have any idea of who the fuck that is. It is, yeah, it's enormous, tremendous size.
Immediately copyright claim anyone who even uses any amount of their music, even if it's down to like 1 second to 2 second, they immediately just copyright it through a system. Now, that may or may not be true. I guess, just because I'm not trying to start anything huge, I don't want to like elongate this. This is more just an update video to put this to bed because I don't want to have this go any further. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I've just never run into this issue with any other artist before when I...
Bro, given the benefit of the doubt. He profusely apologized or I should say directly apologized to you and made it so the claim was released. And then is like, message me if anything like this happens again. Like, he has gone above and beyond. Why on earth would you not just think, like, yeah, he's probably telling the truth then? Like, what do you think the thing is? He specifically targeted you, and now he's like, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to just release that straight away.
Try to mute the audio, and it still doesn't work. The copyright claim still stays there with this guy, but it goes away with everyone else. I don't understand how that happens at all, or how that mistake happens. So that's something I guess I would take up with, you know, Virgin Music, your record label or something. But to be fair, he does say, I'm sorry that your video was demonetized after using only 3 seconds of the song, and even when you muted the clip, that was definitely unfair. So hey, you know what can you say there? I mean, he's just apologizing. Next time anything like this happens again, you can message me directly via my business email, CG5Beats, so we can address that situation quickly, and thank you. So, you know, for what it's worth, you know, despite if you think it was intentional or not, that's probably the best way he can handle it.
What do you mean? What evidence have you got it was intentional? It said on the original claim it was Virgin Music that had done it. It was the Content ID system. What evidence have you got? And he's being more than helpful with you here. What evidence have you got that he was intentionally targeting you? And why would he be so forthcoming in offering you assistance if that was the case? It makes no fucking sense.
Straight up in the first place, you know? Releasing the claim and then just sending a message to apologize. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with putting this to rest. So then I replied back by saying, sorry for the late reply. I don't check these DMs at all, lol. But alright, I understand. I was kind of bent out of shape over this because I literally never run into problems with using songs for this little amount of time, even when it comes to huge artists like Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, etc. And the way that it wouldn't go away uniquely here, even after I cut out the entire part, felt weird and intentional. But hey, I saw that it was released, so no worries. It kind of did fuck up my video, but all good. I get that things happen, and I don't want to cause any huge thing, so I'll make a video updating and clearing it up. But yeah, this is a huge problem with fair use in general on YouTube that people take advantage of all the time, and there's a lot of people speaking out against it right now, Rick Beato, Fantano, David Bennett, etc. So if I could encourage anything here, I would say to be more lenient with...
Bro, it's his record label. He's got no hand in it. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Still comparing himself to Beato and Fantano. It's like literally this label's decision, and the label is going to take a very harsh perspective on it and claim as much shit as they can, and you've got to dispute it. That's the unfortunate reality of the way it's structured for the creator, but it's, again, better than the alternative.
Fair use videos, especially since I see that you like to encourage your fans to use your music for edits too. So I assume that you don't want to take the money from all of those kinds of videos too, right? Because that kind of breaks the incentive and community engagement that I assume you're trying to get to. But yeah, if I could convince you to look out for that at least slightly, then I'm all good. We'll release the video updating. And yeah, and you know, I wanted to kind of push him in the right direction, hopefully like kind of fix this issue at least.
What? Dude, he's a fucking guy making music that is beholden somewhat to his label with this. Like, what do you mean? How is he going to fucking change it? This is so stupid, man. Like, clearly he's bothered about it, but there's not much you can do about it because it's the label's determination of how they manage the fucking rights, the rights management of their music.
Any kind of small amounts, because it is true. I don't know if it's just a marketing scheme for him, maybe it's both, but he does release YouTube shorts that people brought up to me as I was going through this issue, where he asks his fans to literally use his songs in the first place for edits. So I don't know, that would seem kind of weird if like you're asking your fans like, hey guys, check out my new music video and be sure to make like awesome crazy edits to this, and then meanwhile, you know, your fans actually go through with it because they're trying to support you, and then you just take the money anyway because...
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's out of his hands, isn't it? Also, are these people that are making these edits expected to get paid? Maybe they're not I don't know what fucking channel they're running. Maybe it's just fans putting up little clips and stuff. I mean, just seems like a really stupid point that because you ask your fans to engage with your content, that means that, you know, you must somehow find a way for Virgin to stop claiming these. It's so stupid, dude. And also, is it TikTok edits too? TikTok edits are a different kettle of fish. Because with TikTok, they've got it set up where you can still monetize content even if you use music. 'Cause it's the way TikTok works. Bro, this DM response should have been, oh wow, just now seeing this, Sorry I was such an emotional bitch and reflexively assumed you were out to get me and lied to my audience. I'll delete the vid. Oh, was a YouTube short? Okay, well, anyway, maybe that point doesn't apply. But in any case, yeah, I think that I just don't think it's really a particularly valid point.
It's through your record label, and even though you ask them to make the edits, you're still just going to take the money anyway. That seems kind of messed up. I don't know if he does that, but I would really hope not. And especially if his automated record label system just copyright claims anyone using any form of his songs. It seems like he kind of does do that. So I would hope not, and I'm just trying to push him in the direction of hopefully not doing that in the future, because yeah, this fair use problem is just so bullshit. But overall in general, you know, he responded well, he apologized. I'm cool with it. You know, don't give CG5 any hates from the get-go. I never wanted to anybody give him hate or anything, but just, you know, this can be put to bed.
I didn't want to give him hate, but I baselessly claimed that he was individually targeting my channel. I mean, it's just outrageous, isn't it? It's totally fucking outrageous to act like there's not a consequence of you going about it in such a, you know, a terrible way. Stupid.
This can be put to rest. That's the update, just quickly solving it. And, you know, hopefully he tries to do his part as well for fixing this issue that broadly is taking over YouTube in general. So yeah, I got some comments asking for updates. So just wanted to update the situation, you know, clear up anything. Appreciate everybody watching, you know, like and sub for more videos. We've been posting a lot of videos lately. Be sure to check them out in case you missed it. You know, I know I kind of been on a little bit of slumps, uploading slumps, but look at all these new videos. Look at these beautiful, ripe new videos for the picking. You can check out all of these. I really appreciate it, especially this 10 out of 10 albums one. Be sure to check that out.
Well
But
Liam,
despite
buddy.
that, much more videos coming soon as well. We're uploading a lot. Every other day I'm trying to upload a new video and then streaming.
Bro, he's actually, to be fair, I mean, I know you guys will hate him apparently, but he has done well for himself. With his little pivot. Rubbing his hands together. Looking at the failed corpse. Of, you know, of what's his face's career. Brad Taste in music. He's mogging your numbers, bruv. Yeah, of course he is. Dude, I'm going to do it next. I'm going to become a music reviewer. It's going to be based.